So the last game, Georgia, Texas minus 2.5, total 48.5. Thoughts?
I'm not going to bet against Georgia in Atlanta. I'm just not. And for that reason, the over is the play. I like the over. I think Georgia's offense is so suspect that they're going to have to do some different things. And when that happens, maybe they'll come out chucking a lot more. I don't know. But whatever it is, their poor starts are dooming them in their games. They had a bailout of a 17-point deficit against Georgia Tech. They were in a 28-point deficit against Alabama first half. They were getting bludgeoned by Mississippi. And they were almost scoreless with Tennessee. And I don't have stats in front of me. I'm doing this right from the dome because I watch every single game of relevance. And Georgia's offense is suspect and slow starting. And they can't afford it. Texas is, they're on their level, even though they got their asses kicked by them one time. But that only gives you more incentive to come out and do work, right? On a rematch. So I'm not saying Texas isn't a good bet. I'm just saying I'm not betting against Georgia in Atlanta. And for that reason, I like the over. And I just think that Georgia's going to have to score. And as a result, Texas is going to answer. And I see that game being a field goal game either way. Either way. And if one other point to this game, looking at the rankings, as far as how they're going to seed them, if Georgia wins this game, them and Texas flip in the rankings. And Georgia will have had 2 wins against Texas. Significant, right? Mm. That being said, Texas probably drops below Tennessee because Georgia will have beaten Texas twice. Georgia beat Tennessee once. Obviously, Ole Miss has no say in the conversation because they're done. But I see this Texas, and same with Oregon, Penn State. Both teams will flip if whoever wins those each game in the rankings. That's how I see it. Loser that Oregon game becomes the 5 seed, which isn't a bad place to be, as we've said all season.
Correct.
You don't want to be playing Oregon as a 5 seed.
No.
Right? You're not winning in Oregon in the first round. And then you're getting a really good team, probably the best team in the country in a second round game, whoever they end up playing. I'd love to see Oregon play Notre Dame. That's an interesting matchup for me.
Yeah.
Notre Dame's improved.
I agree.
I'm not a big Riley Leonard fan at all.
Their defense is very good.
They've improved. They've improved a lot.
Agreed. Back to Georgia, Texas really quick.
Yeah.
I think you're right on the over, and I'll tell you why. Last game they played, which was in Texas, it was a 30-15 game. Texas had no idea what hit them.
No idea.
No idea. And I think this is Sarkisian, I would say, is a top 3 coach in the country, top 5, arguably.
Offensively, for sure.
Yeah, offensively. He's going to figure out how to score.
He'll make adjustments.
Right,
You're right.
Right. And Vegas put this number at 48.5. What are people going to do, the average person? They're going to look at the last game and they'll be like, hey, it was 45. I'm going to take the under in this game. A game's going to fly in a typical SEC-type championship game.
34-30 does not surprise me at all.
Right. Right.
Either way.
Yep. So
and that's really, Andy, I can't give any clearer. If someone could break down this Iowa State Arizona State game better than me, have at it. Same with Clemson SMU. Those are 2 mirror image games. I do agree with your point though. Clemson has a definitive advantage up front.
Yep. And that's why I think that total. See, I think if it was Miami, this total would be at 65, 66, 67,
Oh, easily.
68,
But it's 70.
maybe 70.
70.
Yeah.
Yeah, SMU Miami.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Be 70.
SMU's
So
Cam Ward would.
this is telling me that they think Clemson's gonna hold them.